Streamlabs on the iPad won't actually put me on my Matthew Laguerre page. I don't know why. It's just the thing. So I am here, but I am also on the Facebook, and I think I am on the Twitch as well. And we are live from Hill Country ComicCon here in lovely and attractive New Braunfels, Texas. So this is the way this worked out. Because I started to get on this thing, I got into this whole convention a bit late in the game. I'm actually going to send a message saying, hey guys, go look over here. I'll share this up. So they didn't actually have anything on me for this con on the entertainment path, but they did have a spot for me to hang out here, and I'm currently hanging out here in the room where we have, among other things, we have G.I. Joe encampment over this way. Let's see if I can pivot the camera around so you can see the G.I. Joe guys. Yo Joe, and then we have the actual snack bar. And then we have the meat. And yesterday was pretty cool. There was actually some other stuff here. It was kind of busy. And we are now more or less here. I'm also by a door, a very convenient door where an awful lot of people will be going in and out all day because they go out into the little patio area out there and they discover that it's like way too stinking hot out there. And then they come back. It's an exciting time. It really is. I'm going to see if I can get to where I need to be to try to share this out so that I don't have anybody watching this whole thing. I'll switch over on my phone because we live in the future now. Yes, there we are. Hey, share. Hey guys, we're live. Over here. Now I have absolutely no idea if anything will actually come of this or not. But so here we is. It's been interesting so far. This is the second year that Hill Country ComicCon has been going on, and it is pretty impressive. They actually managed to hit capacity yesterday about 3 o'clock. And I've been playing some music here and talking to people, and I'm kind of hoping that I might get 2 or 3 people actually watching this thing within the next, 10-15 minutes, because it's now noon on a Sunday, and hopefully some of y'all will actually come and check this out. It's been a pretty cool con. The dealer's room is packed with stuff, and I am a terrible consumer because I have not actually found anything that I am actually interested in buying yet. I'm a terrible consumer. I have sold a few buttons, I have gotten some tips for songs, and I figure that I will just play a few things while we're here, and we'll see what happens, you know? Arguably, I'm going to hang out here until 3 o'clock Central Time. Now, I may lose the will to live before that. We'll find out. Possums in a trench coat come to tea, sit right at a table like you and me. Do they want another biscuit? Better give them 3, 'cause they're not really a guy. There's 6 possums in a trench coat. Possums in a trench coat go to town, got themselves an Uber, couldn't flag it down. And the driver wouldn't stop, no, he just kept on going 'cause he didn't want to drive. 6 possums in a trench coat. Possums in a trench coat see a show. Do you give him just 1 seat or the entire front row? Do the possums in the middle just peek out through the buttons? Man, I got so many questions for 6 possums in a trench coat. Bridge! Possums in a trench coat on a date, got there 20 minutes early, couldn't stand to be late. Everything turned out to go much better than expected, 'cause our date turned out to be 6 possums in a caftan. Possums in a trench coat. Possums in a trench coat. Possums in a trench coat. 6 possums in a caftan. That song, by the way, Possums in a Trench Coat, does come from the fact that my friend Cameron told me one day that they were 3 possums in a trench coat. Not really a human being. There were 3 possums stacked up in a trench coat. And I thought 3 possums was funny. 6 possums is hilarious. And I actually got a friend of mine to make a button that actually features these 6 possums in the trench coat. And we managed to name them during my live stream show. Which shows you what kind of weirdness you get into if you just have way too much free time on your hands. Speaking of which... It's okay. Well, I would like to thank Foregathers for following me. I don't know if you're actually watching this or not, but you're there. I see the little notification that you're there, and that's kind of helpful. And it gives me something to do.
I'll stay inside.
And I do have people actually paying attention to me over here, which is astonishing. We're actually live right now. I'm streaming. Because that is apparently what the cool kids do. And one day I aspire to be a cool kid. I will never actually get there, but I will aspire to it. Let me think here. Yeah. We'll do werewolf. It finally happened to me. I found someone I didn't think it could come true. But I found me a life companion, so the same thing could happen to you. I mean, a lot together is wonderful. Think we're gonna get serious soon. We really got a good thing going, but it gets real freaky when we hit a full moon. I'm dating a werewolf. Oh yes, it's true. I'm dating a werewolf. I feel a woo. It's like I'm awake in a beautiful daydream, yo. They really have improved my days. But I'm still really startled they found me here. Guess we'll have to see how all this plays. They do all kind of cute things that I adore. This relationship is gonna go far. I mean, I get all squishy when they stick their head out of the window when we're driving my car. I'm dating a werewolf. Oh yes, it's true. I'm dating a werewolf. I feel a woo. Now I ain't saying that things are perfect yet. No, the problems will always be there. But we work our way through our problems now, and it usually kinda all turns out fair. I mean, I don't like fighting my partner now, but I learned me this one little trick. If things get angry and we get into a fight, all I gotta do to win is throw a stick. I'm dating a werewolf. Oh yes, it's true. I'm dating a werewolf. I feel a woo. So now you know the whole darn crazy story here. How my life has just turned right upside down. Now I might not sound like my mind's too clear. Gotta know that I ain't wearing a frown. Thank you. You know, I know that I hit me the jack, but y'all, that's the reason why I'm singing this song. And although we know it could take a lot of work, there's a little single little thing is gone right. Sorry, hairball. I'm dating a werewolf. Oh yes, it's true. I'm dating a werewolf. I feel a woo. Woo. How with me? Yeah. Thank you. I'm not sure what you said, but I'm taking it as a compliment. I got tipped in the middle of doing the thingy. All right. I'll put this bit over here in the thank you. Yes, if you like the music, feel free to put money in the bucket. If you don't like the music, put a larger amount of money in the bucket and I will stop. If you would like me to do this in front of somebody you don't like, give me their names and address and a large amount of money and I will then inflict. I'm not proud or tired. I know, right? It's just a weird thing. Welcome to my side job. This is, keeps me off the streets. And it's cheaper than Magic the Gathering cards. It's much cheaper than Pokemon cards at this point. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, what do I want to do? What do we want to do next? I don't know. Yeah. Giant radioactive monsters and coffee. That's a combination we want. Kaiju. Kaiju coffee. Rising up from the deep. Kaiju. Kaiju coffee. Helps them not fall asleep from the depths of the sea to the city downtown. Kaiju gotta get up and start roaming around. But that decades-long slumber is real hard to shake off. What they need is a gallon of that bubbly black stuff. Kaiju. Kaiju coffee. Rising up from the deep. Kaiju. Kaiju coffee. Helps them not fall asleep. Just because you're a giant don't mean that you don't have needs. Sometimes some liquid ambition helps you perform great deeds. You gotta level a city first thing in the AM. You need a tanker-sized latte, get you going again. Kaiju. Kaiju coffee. Rising up from the deep. Kaiju. Kaiju coffee. Helps them not fall asleep. Just because you're a giant don't mean that you don't have needs. Sometimes some liquid ambition helps you perform great deeds. You gotta level a city first thing in the AM. You need a tank as a latte, help you going again. I just did that verse. What happened? Kaiju. Kaiju coffee. Rising up from the deep. I need caffeine. Kaiju. Kaiju coffee. Helps them not fall asleep. Giant robot needs wheels, and man, a kaiju does too. You gotta cap you a gallon of that bubbly black glue. Kaiju cannot breathe fire if the stove is not lit. Chuck down a macchiato, and that flame will not quit. Kaiju. Kaiju coffee. Rising up from the deep. Kaiju. Kaiju coffee. Helps them not fall asleep. Kaiju. Blackout pyro. I have no special effects, but that's how the show would end if I had a real show. You see, this is what happens when you choose a theater major and have no backup plans. So stay in school. I did. Choose a major and commit. I did not. Oh my goodness. Oh, we've come down the bad case of the Sith. Hello. I'm really tempted to throw another Jawa on the fire again, but you folks heard that yesterday, I think. I know, Kylo Ren pointing at me threateningly. Hi. Tips, bribes, threats, whatever you'd like. Thank you so much. Thank you for encouraging my behavior. I mean, I'd still do it, but that helps, you know. That's bus fare. And those of you, if there's anybody actually watching, I cannot tell actually. Hey, hi, Teppo. Hey, fantastic. I actually got Teppo's chat on the screen too. So, all right. If we do this thing theoretically, then Teppo, I'm assuming you're watching this on the Facebook Tobias the Adequate page. So that's cool. We have somebody from Finland watching this right now. We live in the freaking future, man. All right. But if I'm gonna do Womp Rat Hoedown, I will have to hydrate more because the Wookiee solo really takes it out of me. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. I'm gonna do like all the hits, a medley of my hit, as it were. But I'm also kind of working from an interesting handicap because I have to do this somehow without. I'm streaming this right now on my tablet, which is where I usually keep all the songs. Which means that if we dig too deep into the catalog, I am going to be a complete and utter ghastly mess. All right, we'll try this, and maybe it'll work, and maybe it won't. This is a song I've actually been working on for a little while. It is a song with the less known and even less understood game of the seafaring portion of the Wizarding World called Squidditch. There are valiant wizards the world around who seek and block and fly. But those wizards fly above the ground, they drop too fast, they die. Us sailing wizards have a game that's grand from start to finish. I speak, of course, of the legendary seafaring game of Squidditch. That's right, you heard me right, Squidditch. Oh, mount your mops and soar above the briny waves so blue. We flit and fly and drink and try to score a point or two. No puny ball would have the gall to bludge your sternum mid. And you also have the chance to belt your best friend with a squid. Load up on rum and bring your chum, shine up your flying mop. For the game is played from dusk till dawn, or till all the players drop. It's true. No points are scored, no numbered board will tell you if you've won. But if all of them are in the drink, I guess the game is done. There's no such thing as water Squidditch, that's just everybody fell off your mops, mate. Oh, mount your mops and soar above the briny waves so blue. We flit and fly and drink and try to score a point or two. No puny ball would have the gall to bludge your sternum mid. And you also have the chance to belt your best friend with a squid. Hey, game of skilling daring, it calls for all your wit and luck. If you see a cephalopod fly by, well, I'd suggest you duck. For you have to stay upon your mop, and that takes all your wits. For a squid will try to cuddle just whatever it is it is. Splat. Like that. Only much worse. Oh, mount your mops and soar above the briny waves so blue. We flit and fly and drink and try to score a point or two. No puny ball would have the gall to bludge your sternum mid. And you also have the chance to belt your best friend with a squid. We swoop and dive and spin and strive and carry into space. Cause you never know when you're gonna wind up with a squid stuck to your face. There it is. Come back here. My technology is misbehaving. Face, E, checkbox, thank you. Face, there it is. The peril here is very real, and that, my friends, is that. For a sailor's game time's ending with a damp, resounding splat. You're looking at the look on your face. You're actually imagining this right now, aren't you?
Yeah.
So am I, and frankly, I think it's awesome. Oh, mount your mops and soar above the briny waves so blue. We flit and fly and drink and try to score a point or two. No puny ball would have the gall to bludge your sternum mid. And you also have the chance to belt your best friend with a squid. It's been a blast, done far too fast, we all are in the drink. And we cannot tell whose team is which because of all the ink. I guess that means the game is through, the squid has swum away. Let's clean up ourselves and go drag off and brag about the day. Because stories about hitting your best friend in the face with a squid never really get old. Oh, mount your mops and soar above the briny waves so blue. We flit and fly and drink and try. Here you go, right there. Try to score a point or two. No puny ball would have the gall to bludge your sternum mid. And you also have the chance to belt your best friend with a squid. You also have the chance to belt your best friend with a squid. The whole point of this game is that you get to belt your best friend with a squid. Thank you, all four of you. I appreciate that. And those folks over there. Welcome to the food court. I was too late to get on the entertainment track, so they put me here.
Seems good, man.
Yeah, no, it's beats being out on the street.
Every tavern needs a local bar.
That's right. I've been accused of being that word a few times. I can't guarantee that's accurate. Although, unless you pay it from like not allowed to be there anymore, Bard, and I have definitely that guy. Oh my gosh! So I see that Teppo is on. But it doesn't show anybody watching, and I have no idea what that actually means. I think the technology is still weird. I think that's... Hey, Sherry, how are you? Hey, I'm getting liked. I like Sherry, too. Yay! This is awesome. I'm going to see if I can find some of the comments, if there are comments. I see Teppo's got one, and that seems to be about it. Okay. All right, I'm not missing anything. And I'm also feeling good because this... Oh, there we go. Yes. All right, that's fascinating. All right, now see, I can now see that I got 5 people. Drop the phone. I've got 5 people watching, which is cool. Yes, I know I'm live now. I am live now. I'm perfectly... Swipe left to reveal comments. This technology is being weird. There we go. Okay. Yes, we are streaming live like all the cool kids do. One day I hope to be a cool kid. I will never actually achieve that goal, and that's okay. So yeah. Wow, what else to do here? I've done Kaiju Coffee, I've done Squidditch, which I'm actually kind of proud and ashamed of. Ooh. I could do Cheesehenge. That's just kind of obnoxious. What got me into... Well, see, the songs themselves... I actually had somebody over here ask me what got me into singing gibberish. Well, the songs themselves are actually not the gibberish. Gibberish is actually... well, it's man versus poetry, but poetry is currently ahead on points. I will give you an example since you're kind of trapped. I have a captive audience, folks. We see one of the most important things, if you've ever seen that pirate movie, you know there's a big scene where they release the Kraken, right? And nobody ever talks about how you're going to have to put that thing away at the end. Which means you're going to have to follow it around so you know where it is. You're going to have to do some Kraken tracking. And then the penny drops. The problem is that you're going to get hungry doing this because you're chasing this dang thing all over the ocean. So you're going to need some sustenance. You're going to need to do some tracking, cracking, snacking. And because you're going to be on the move, you can't just sit in one place. So you're going to have to do some cracking, tracking, snacking, packing. Now the important thing here is that you have to have enough because you don't want to be lacking in your cracking, tracking, snacking, packing. Because somebody might just give you some grief about that. Some poor hack could give you flack and you're lacking in cracking, tracking, snacking, packing, which would probably make you feel pretty aggro because, you know, hangry is a thing. So you might want to be giving that person a smacking and even a shellacking for giving you flack and you're lacking in cracking, tracking, snacking, packing. This is what happens when you go to college long enough that they tell you have to stop. So that's what the gibberish is about over here, and there's 2.5 books on it because the first yellow one is one that I self-published. There's only 100 of those, and there will not be any more. And then a publishing company lost their tiny mind and reprinted Volume 1, and then, for reasons I'm still not clear on, asked me for Volume 2. And they're asking me for Volume 3 at this point, and I don't know what's happening. They don't train you for success. Yeah, they won't even prepare you for non-failure. You know, I was a fine arts major. It was always about the grind, the struggle, the constant, struggle for expression, and not like, here, have some money for the words you have just expressed. So you can take that nonsense home with you. I don't have any albums yet. I'm working on that. They'll have an official bootleg out probably in about 6 months, but if you go to troubadour.com, then you can check that out. And if any of the stuff has amused you, I also have some buttons that nobody else makes because nobody else is dumb enough to make them, that you can take along with you that has the website on it, so you can check that out. But yes, welcome to my world. Stay in school. I did. Choose a major, commit. That's the real lesson here. They gave me an audience, that was their first mistake. This is very reassuring here that the sign looks backwards on my tablet here, but when I look at the stream, it's like the right way around. So that's good. Hey, Sarah, I'm being liked by people. This is amazing. That you, Sarah? No, if your name is Sarah, I will actually freak mildly because I just got liked by somebody I have no idea who it is. But they're there. The internet, it brings people together in confusion and bewilderment. You're Sarah. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. We're just here, man. Yeah, it looks like Facebook says that we got 6 viewers, and that's pretty cool. That's actually very reassuring. It's proving to me that this is actually a feasible thing. I don't actually have a stage, so I'm just kind of here at this little booth thing. I'm going to slide this around and show you guys the back of the booth, which is where I have all of the things hung. I've got my books and stuff, and I've got my things here. There's, you can see, kind of, yeah. The gritty underside of having a booth, and very little merch. I'm not a merchandiser. I are a performer. But people are putting money in my bucket, and that's encouraging. That's one of the things I always loved about doing. Hey, Sarah. That's one of the things I love to do. Looking totally innocent, she is. No, I just said somebody said hi on the chat, so I said hi to them. If you are pretending that you are not this person, I appreciate the effort. It's all right, honestly. Frankly, I'm always impressed that anybody takes the time to encourage this kind of behavior out of me. Oh, but, however, and another thing, in the side order of including, I'm going to reset my camera now. Pardon me. We certainly don't have any plans here at all. So let's see. Yeah, every time I actually did Womp Rat Hoedown twice yesterday, and the Wookiee lines just really clobber you after a minute. Well, we will hydrate. Hail, hydrate. Frankly, if the person over there's name actually is Sarah, I'll be like deeply amused by it all, because she keeps looking at me like, what? No, I think it is. Sarahs are everywhere. Yes, there are many Sarahs. This just happens to be one of the Sarahs that's paying attention to me for reasons I'm still not clear on. Let's do, yeah, we'll do Sock Pirates, why not? Come, listen to me, tale me hearties, heed well to me call. We'll launch our ships and stealthily we'll glide over the wall. We'll land as soft as feathers and we'll deftly pick their locks. We'll pounce upon our prey, me boys, and then we'll steal their socks. I've been bribed with food. Sock pirates and dirigibles, the sky be where we roam. We're looking for a decent pair without a holy toe. Sock pirates in the skies, me boy, the clouds be where we roam. We'd all turn on as sailors if we just could make our own. Why, thank you. The city watch, they know our ship, each one does know our name. They stalk down us poor sailors, and upon us heap their shame. We'll ransack every port and town for hosiery we adore. 'Tis not a mere obsession, just a way of keeping score. Sock pirates in dirigibles, the sky be where we roam. We're looking for a decent pair without a holy toe. Sock pirates in the clouds, me boys, the sky be where we roam. We'd all turn on sailors if we just could make our own. We'd almost had our fill, me lads, but we made one stop more. Accosted a fair maiden coming out of the yarn store. This plucky lass, she was quite brave. She did not flinch a bit. She glared us down defiantly and taught us how to knit. Which ain't hard, you just gotta do a lot of counting. And some math. Sock pirates of the sky, no more, no longer do we roam. We've all turned on to sailors who know how to turn a toe. Sock pirates of the sky, no more, we've settled down at home. We've all turned on to sailors, now that we can make our own. A traditional steampunk airship sock-stealing pirate shanty in the traditional mode. I don't even know, man. Literally making this up as we go along, which, let's be honest about this, is kind of the way everyone does it. Oh my goodness me. So the chat thing is interesting, watching the chat thingy here, because what we are seeing, I'm seeing flailing. I'm seeing one comment at a time, on this one, and it's a tablet that's doing it. You know, I don't have a full computer here. I could probably kit something out, but right now I just have this. There we go. Hello, Ruth. How are you? Well, I've got an audience on the line, at least, that will appreciate the song that I'm about to do next. Do you know my friend from Fair? Do you know my friend from Fair? He's 4 foot taller, and he's got browner sandy hair. And he has a hat and tankard, and he wears these great big boots. And he wanders around in a loincloth or one of them doublet suits. Friend from Fair, do you know my friend from Fair? He's a unique individual, no one else can compare. For he always sings or juggles as he goes about the town, and he always has a great big sword that ought to narrow it down. See, I just need an audience and it'll kind of pick right up. Online or in person, doesn't matter. I got no pride. Do you know my friend from Fair? Do you know my friend from Fair? If you saw him coming down the lane, you'd have to stop and stare. Don't recall if it's pickles, pretzels, or if it's popcorn that he sells. You can hear him coming from a mile away on account of that he wears bells. Jingle bang, jingle, like a Morris dancer in a minefield. Do you know my friend from Fair? Do you know my friend from Fair? The coolest guy in all the world, I truly do declare. If you saw my butt in person, then you'd know of whom I speak. For he dresses like a pirate, now isn't that unique? Yep, pirate. With pointy ears, elf pirate. And gossamer wings, fairy elf pirate. And a kilt. Scottish fairy elf pirate. And horns. Demon Scottish fairy elf pirate. Fangs. Vampire demon Scottish fairy elf pirate. And leather goggles with gears on. Steampunk vampire demon Scottish fairy elf pirate. Big furry boots. Barbarian, steampunk, vampire, demon, Scottish fairy elf pirate. And a foxtail. Nobody knows why. Do you know my friend from Fair? I think I saw him over there. His name is Wolf or Hawk or Raven, or I think it might be Bear. Well, we've never met outside of Fair, but I'm sure he'll be along. Hey, wait a minute, I'm talking about you. I guess I'll end this song. And there's that one, yes. The Chaos of Fair Carb is, you know, we have one of our friends and frequent viewers and bad influence upon the show, Kay, has threatened to put together an entire costume based on this song, specifically for Steampunk November, I think. So, you know, around November we'll see just what happens there. I am going to try and mute my phone so that we don't have any kind of weird echo thing happen there. And it still didn't work. All right. Turn down the phone. There we go. Turn off the... There we go. Captions are auto-generated. Wow. I'm actually now getting captions on Facebook because I turned down the app on my phone so that I wouldn't have like a flashback of these two things all happening at once. So yes, welcome to the thing here at Hill Country ComicCon. Hill Country ComicCon's only been around for 2 years, and this year they did it later than they usually would. They usually be doing it the beginning of March, but you know, plague. And so they did it in June, and I pitched them, hey, you guys want a troubadour for your entertainment? And they said, you know, that's really late, but dude, how about we just put you in here for a while? And it's actually worked. People are giving me money, which is bizarre. frankly. I'm still can't get over that. At a Renaissance Festival, I'm kind of become inured to it. Track the tree. You can track the years like tree rings with the add-ons to garb. And this is where we get the idea of the gag of the costume being able to walk away, stand in the corner on its own, because eventually it has its own undercarriage. It's a thing. It is. I'm just going to attempt to adjust. Oh, my hand is right there where the camera is. Behold my massive hand. Ooh, near, far, near, far. This is what happens when you get bored and silly. Kind of think about doing like a dumb song. Well, not like the dumbest song I have, because I have a few really dumb songs, but this one is pretty close. It's like Stonehenge, but it's made of cheese, and it stood taller than the trees. Majestic in its pasteurized glory, generations all tell the story of the henge made of cheese. Constructed by the ancient Welsh, you know they really couldn't help themselves. Towering spires of Wensleydale, their faith in engineering would prevail. Cheese henge, it's a henge, but it's made of cheese, and its construction was quite a breeze. I'll get there. Majestic in its pasteurized glory, generations all tell the story of the henge made of cheese. Who knows why they built this thing? Did they turn cartwheels around it and sing? How this dairy stuff lasts so long? We'll just wonder about it in song. Cheese henge, it's a henge, but it's made of cheese, and it swayed slightly in the breeze. Majestic in its pasteurized glory, generations all tell the story of the henge made of cheese. Standing in delicious awe, take a selfie to send to my mom. Standing by a mountain stream, you're gonna smell it before it is seen. Cheese henge, it's a henge, but it's made of cheese. If you're allergic, it'll make you sneeze. Majestic in its pasteurized glory, generations all tell the story of the henge made of cheese. Cheese henge, blackout pyro. I have no budget, but that's the way it would work if it did. So that there's arguably the dumbest song that I know. Well, the second dumbest song that I know. I'm not allowed to sing the dumbest song that I know. It actually causes people to throw things. But very, very important, no fire on the husband rule, which is why I can't sing that last song. Thank you very much, by the way, for the generous and still confusing tip. I think I got tipped by the snack bar gang. I'm very serious about that. That's just weird, but it's okay. I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on. I don't know what I'm doing here, but we're doing it, and that's how it works. Oh, my goodness me. How is everybody on this funky Sunday? But yeah, it's been a very interesting experience here. I do have some more conventions coming up in September and October and November. We'll put this down for a moment. September, I'm actually going to be doing the Sherwood Forest Celtic Festival. I will be on a stage. I will be on the Three Celestial stage, sharing that with the Dublin Harpers. So we'll go back and forth between like actual music and what I do, and then actual music and what I do. We'll see how that goes. Then, let me check the thing. I have to check my thing here. I have a technology.
Oh, look, I got a gun.
So the Sherwood Celtic Festival, that's in September. Then in October, I actually will be doing a show at the Alamo City Furry Invasion, and that'll be on the 8th at 6 p.m. I know that's the only show that I'm doing on that one. And then, he said, now somewhere in here, and I think it's in September, San Japan. Yeah, San Japan. I'll be doing a Friday afternoon show at San Japan at the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center on September the 3rd. That's what I have. And then, of course, we have Steampunk November. Yeah, Betty. And that will be in Mansfield, Texas, the weekend of the 12th, 13th, and 14th of November, which is also my wife's birthday weekend, and we go there anyway. So we already been there anyway, so I really kind of like enthusiastically lowballed that to make sure that I could do this, because this is turning out to be extremely enjoyable for me. Whether I'm doing it online, whether I'm doing it streaming, or I'm doing it, in front of a live human crowd. I'm really looking forward to doing this in front of a live human crowd. So that's, fingers crossed that will work. And that, my friends, is how that works. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, I do actually have some merch. I brought buttons. I have new buttons. We have the Squidditch button right here, and the squid is drawn. This is Oswald the Recklessly Flung Squid, which is part of the Squidditch drawing that I got from Michael Van Slyke, and we're getting a more inked up version of it so that we can turn it into some t-shirts. I also have 6 Possums and a Trenchcoat button over here, which was drawn by the inimitable Mel White. We have the Tobias the Adequate Troubadour Roadside Attraction button, drawn by the inimitable Izzy Collier. And one of my policies is that if a button with artwork from somebody else sells, then I make sure they get some of what I make from selling the buttons, because I'm that kind of dork. I'm gonna do it that way, because you pay the artist, dang it. It's a brief moment of just basking in the relative calm of not doing this for a minute, because I love performing, I do, but I also love to be able to breathe and eat and drink. It's important. We also had a guy in a Flash costume come through. There's 2 doors over here. One, the other, because this is like 2 rooms that have been opened up. And this is one of those multi-use spaces, so there's like 2 rooms that have been opened up into one. And he came through, said, "On your left," and came around and did it again, "On your left," like that. Then one more time, just because it's funny, "On your left." Because that's what happens at a convention, and that's how that all works out. Oh, gosh, already. Well, folks, I want to thank you for hanging out with me today. This is a little earlier than usual. I've been doing it at about 2 o'clock, but I was figuring that I would probably hang out here till about 3, because, and frankly, things have just picked up, because I was really honestly thinking that we were going to just like be toast. It was very quiet until about 40 minutes ago when I started streaming this madness. If we decide to do more live streams at conventions and shows and such, I'm going to try, I can't guarantee that I'm going to be able to do it, I'm going to try to live stream some from Sherwood, and we'll find out if I can get away with streaming from the cons, or if I need to have their AV guys do some recordings of it. The first ever Troubadour show was a recording, and it's on my YouTube channel, which has the dreaded Sudokan song and the dreaded time-lapse response to the Sudokan song, where I have not 1 not 2, but 5 people staggered out over the space of several minutes, all exclaiming, "Oh my God!" because they found out what it was. It's worth checking out if you haven't checked it out. youtube.com/MPLEGARE. Eventually, I may post-production some credits on there, and I'm definitely going to put some more explanation of what Troubadour is onto the next banner. This banner right here we got from the good folks at Vistaprint, and they're not my sponsor. I paid them for it. I discovered Vistaprint is based out of the Netherlands, which is startling, but this shipped from Nevada. So, we live in a society. But I'm going to have some more stuff. This is, those of you who have been to seen the Troubadour stuff before knows it's the Troubadour logo, but there's 2 letters that are obscured by my big fat head and the silly hat. So we'll probably mess around with that some. This, by the way, is drawn by the incredibly talented Margaret Trouth, who I know as Paganthras, and still refer to her as Paganthras or Piggy because I can't get out of that habit. Also known as Egypt Urnash out in the fandom. And do check out her stuff because she has drawn some really astonishing web comics and art comics and just comics. Really great artist. Very much inspired by one of my other favorite comic artists, Matt Howarth. There's a lot of stuff in there that is very much, but I asked her to do a picture of me wearing that hat, doing this face, because I just wondered I could do it. And she did. And that is the Doublet of Doom, and those are the bright yellow pants. I got bright yellow pants after Salty Walt did. So Salty Walt, if you see this, pants respect, man. Trousers respect always. And I think that's going to do it this time around. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you to all my Patreon peeps. I'm probably going to send you a button soon, all my current Patreon peeps. And it is going to involve defenestration, yeah. There will be a defenestration, yeah, button. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about it right now. It's going to be fun. So you take care of yourselves. Be good to each other. You've been wonderful. I've been Tobias the Adequate. And I thank you for encouraging my behavior. I'll see you guys next time. Aloha. Take care.